Hello and welcome back to Well Played, presented by theSkimm. I'm Caroline Hendershot.
I'm Blake Morgan.
Hey girl, hey.
Hey.
You're very monochromatic.
I'm very green.
Green with envy?
No.
Okay.
I feel good about myself today.
Oh, love that for you.
I'm not envying anybody.
Okay, confidence.
Except for you, because I just feel like you had a great weekend. Your team won.
I mean, they did.
That makes your weekend better.
It was great. It was a little tough with the weather.
Right. Did you have to wear like heated vests? Is it that season? Yeah.
We've officially turned the corner, but Sunday wasn't that cold. It was just like I was in a shower.
Oh,
it was
right. I forgot it rained.
Downpour for I would say the entire second half.
You did call yourself a wet rat.
I looked like one.
You didn't. You're lying. Stop lying to them.
I did.
No,
I did.
So you don't get to like have an umbrella?
I mean, like with what hand? You know,
right.
There's a lot of
mic.
I have a mic.
Gotta have your phone, I would imagine, or an
I
iPad
have
or
my
note.
phone to check stats because I don't really have a statistician.
You said that right, girl. Get it.
With me. I'm my notepad, which I had to throw out because it was completely soaked.
Well, if
the
they
cover
take
was falling apart.
If they take volunteers, I'd be happy to hold an umbrella over your head.
Oh my God.
I'm being genuine right now.
See, I so appreciate that. I think it would be a bad idea because I think we would not actually get any work done. We would be gossiping the entire time.
Right.
About like, ooh,
and be like, he's cute.
Yeah.
Who's she?
You'd be like, what does that mean?
Who's that?
Why are their pants so tight?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd be asking too many questions.
No, but that's okay. I welcome the questions. Just maybe like.
Okay. We'll workshop the idea.
Okay. Yeah. We can definitely suss it out.
Yeah. So can I just say?
Oh yeah, I was going to ask how your weekend
and I wanted to cop up to that.
Oh, okay.
I was doing my makeup and I was listening to Lily Allen's album, and that's why time got to the best of me.
Happens.
And I was going to move us along to the next segment because I made us start so late, but it felt like you had something to say.
I was just going to ask how your weekend was.
Oh, dude, I don't remember anymore. I just set up my new projector, which is like the best part of my life now.
Mm-hmm. But you were having some beef.
Monday Night Football. Apparently, I can't watch on Xfinity if it's being like played live.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Guess what? The TV lords hate us.
No, genuinely.
They're coming for all the sports girlies.
I know.
And I guess the guys as well, but it's just
mostly
rude.
the girls.
Mostly the girls.
No.
They're preying on our downfall.
For real.
Yeah.
So I didn't watch the Eagles game last night like I wanted to.
Either.
I thought it was going to be cute, like little work while watching setup.
Yeah.
Because I was writing the show. I watched Gilmore Girls instead.
Honestly, better because the game was not great.
Yeah. Dean just broke up with Rory because she didn't say I love you back. And I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Why did you drop out of Yale?
Well, I don't know about that. It's just the first time they broke up, Caroline. It's season 1.
Just wait.
All right, now we have to move on because I'm pissed because you just dropped a spoiler. Let's go.
It's literally an iconic line from
Let's
Gilmore
go.
Girls.
I've never heard it. We're moving on.
Okay.
Before you spoil more.
Make sure you check out our full-length video of this and every episode on YouTube. Make sure you're searching for Well Played by theSkimm. Or if you prefer to listen, you can follow us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts and see us and hear us there. Okay, let's play the field.
So we're going to start with baseball, which I know World Series is over. It's been over, bitch. But there was just one guy we have to talk about really quick. Two guys, actually. First, I think this is going to hit home for you. No pun intended.
Yeah.
There was this announcer, Joe Davis, who works for Fox Sports. And he's unfortunately the reason why we're talking about the World Series again, because he shared in an interview that he did not pee during the World Series for the 6 hours and 39 minutes that Game 3, took place during. And it just made me think of you because, you show up nearly every Sunday on the sidelines for the Jets, right? And I just could only imagine the things that you've gone through. Meanwhile, this literal Joe Schmo. Joe Schmo is comfortable in his broadcast booth bragging about how I held my pee for 6 hours and 40 minutes. And I'm like, he doesn't even know.
He doesn't know.
So I wanted you to speak your truth. I'm really just setting you up here.
Here's the thing about Joe. He's a great broadcaster.
I'm sorry for calling you Joe Schmo.
No, it's okay. It's okay, Joe Schmo. No, he's really good at his job. I think he's an excellent broadcaster. But why are we bragging about how well we can hold our pee for? It's a weird brag. Like, just admit it.
Weird flex, Joe.
Weird brag. Also, not to be like rude, but 6 hours and 39 minutes doesn't seem that long.
It's not.
I feel like I've held my pee for much longer. Also, try running around a football field in heels while a bodysuit is wedged up in there.
Up your ass.
And then try and tell me that holding your bladder is impressive. You
Right.
know? Also, men could never be pregnant.
No. Do you know what happens to that bladder?
Yeah,
I've heard stories.
It gets shrinked. It doesn't actually shrink, but it gets
pushed.
compressed.
Yes.
Yeah. And guess what? The bladder gets a lot smaller, allegedly. Have famously never been pregnant myself. And then also, some of those pregnant women are on the sideline.
Or they play sports.
Around. Yeah, or they play sports.
Play sports.
Or they do
You know
that.
what's happening during the sport.
So let's just like not brag. Because honestly, like Scott Hansen, who does Red Zone, you know, he's the guy that stands there on your Red Zone channel and just like goes from game to game to game to game, giving you all the highlights.
See, I wouldn't know because I don't have Red Zone.
He too claims that he doesn't pee during Red Zone. And I'm like, why are we bragging about not peeing?
Men are obsessed with their dicks and their urinary tract, I swear to God.
Literally.
We were going to talk about the many dick thrusts that were happening on the, what was it, 1 pump, 2 pump, 3 pump?
Yeah, it was
Rico Dowdle.
Rico Dowdle. It was the whole Key and Peele skit where like 2 pumps is okay, but 3 pumps is when you get the flag. And then Rico Dowdle this weekend was like, I'm going to just stand there, no pumps, and not get flagged.
I'm sorry, I just had to talk about it because
they love their dicks.
They love them so much. My God.
Good for them.
Okay, second man to talk about during the World Series or from the World Series was Prince Harry.
Yeah.
He's not just some guy. He's a prince.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he apologized to Canadians for wearing the LA Dodgers hat during the World Series. He was caught red-handed.
I didn't understand why this was bad, but your history lesson
Well,
helped.
yes, the history lesson, in case you need it, is that Canada is a former British colony, but it still remains part of the Commonwealth. So technically, King Charles, his daddy, is the head of state.
It's giving Nepo, baby. Like, I don't... just because his father is the head of state does not mean that you have to cheer for the
Pledge
team.
of Allegiance. No, you don't.
Also, it would be, in my eyes, a bigger concern if he was like the biggest Blue Jays fan alive and was like really just like repping it before the World Series. Was he?
Right.
Not to my knowledge.
No.
It would be like me putting on an Ohio State hat and being like, yeah, go Buckeyes. Ew.
You couldn't even fake that.
That was disgusting.
That was hard for you to even fake.
Disgusting. But like, no, I don't. It wasn't like he like switched alliances.
I agree.
You know?
Also, his wife is from LA.
Okay, but his excuse was bad.
Right. Well, he did say, let me get the direct quote here. He said that he was under duress. And that when
also,
you're
were you kidnapped? Like under duress?
Literally,
relax. It's a hat.
Was so chill. It was really chill.
He was like, I was under duress. I had to grab a hat.
Well, he said he had to grab a hat because when you're missing a lot of hair on top and you're sitting under floodlights, you'll take any hat that's available.
It's not that
I guess
serious,
I've never been
babe.
bald before, but like I'm pro bald, so I'm just like shave your
Yeah, you
goddamn
are
head. You
pro.
and William, Harry. You got to just grab that razor.
Shave it.
Grab it, shave it. You won't need a hat anymore. And you won't be getting yourself into trouble with the Canadians who, frankly, they don't, I mean, I think the complaints were a little bit far-fetched, but Canadians are sweet people. They taste like maple syrup from what I've heard.
They taste
Sweeter
like?
than maple syrup.
You said they taste like?
That's what I've heard.
That sounded kind of like cannibalistic, but
It's
okay.
giving Army Hammer.
Oh, okay, that was good. That was good.
Okay.
Let us, also I was thinking, sorry, really quickly. I was thinking, you know, if you were really feeling so torn up about this, you could have gotten an MLB hat. Like Rob Lowe one time wore that
Just
NFL
like generic?
hat. He literally wore a hat that said NFL on it. It's like, okay.
I don't take
Play
sides.
both sides.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm Switzerland out here, you know? So
like
I
that.
don't know. Could have there were answers to this crisis of your duress. Okay, let's get to Pretty Boys of the NFL. Okay, before we begin our football segment, we wanted to take a moment to remember Marshawn Kneeland, a 24-year-old defensive end for the Dallas Cowboys. Following a police chase in Texas last Wednesday, he crashed his vehicle and died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Several NFL teams honored Kneeland ahead of their Week 10 games, and the Cowboys will wear helmet decals to honor him for the remainder of their season.
The quarterback of the Cowboys, Dak Prescott, and obviously, of course, a teammate of Kneeland, gave a really heartfelt comment about losing Kneeland. He said, I hurt for Marshawn. I hurt for his family. I hurt for his girlfriend. I hurt for every single one of my teammates. This is a pain that you don't wish upon anybody. I didn't know about this, and you kind of told me about it in pitch, but Prescott's brother died of suicide in 2020, and he's become like a really big advocate for mental health in the league, especially around, like, obviously for the players, for men. It's like so important to have these conversations. So I'm glad that, I'm not glad that this happened. I'm glad that he was able to like re-advocate and re-emphasize the message of checking in on your friends, making sure everyone you love is okay, and honoring his teammate.
And like Kneeland had just scored a touchdown the previous week against the Cardinals. So it's like you truly never know what people are going through privately. So like be kind check on your people and like don't come for athletes in the comments, in the DMs. That drives me absolutely crazy. Just like be nice.
Be nice.
It's not hard to be nice.
Well played, message of the week.
Yeah. Alrighty. You're starting out because you have a haiku, ma'am.
I wrote this really rushed, so I'm not feeling so confident about this one.
Ugh, that's
and also,
not what I
it might be
hear.
fun because here, let me just read it first.
Okay.
I actually have 2 renditions with. It's the same
That
thing, but
feels
the
like it's
last
against the
line,
rules.
the last line is different for both.
You know what? Go with the one that you feel more confident in, and then you can give us like.
Actually,
B.
no, I'll do the one that I think will spark more discussion.
Oh, love.
Maybe, probably not.
Okay.
Okay, to be number 1.
Yep.
You must have a blue jersey. Like,
Yep.
like the Colts and Pats.
Nice.
And I'm like, wait, the Patriots, like that's navy, right?
Yeah.
It's technically blue. It's just not as blue as the Colts.
They're different shades, both
Right?
blue.
Okay,
Different shades.
I was feeling a little insecure about
no,
that one.
No,
But they're
that was good.
both doing very well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great job, Blake.
Thank you.
What was the other rendition?
The other rendition, the last line, I'll read it really quick. Okay. To be number 1, you must have a blue jersey and Carly Earsay.
Oh, okay. I
Just
like
so
that
give
too.
credit to the girl.
Yeah, no.
The woman.
The woman, the myth, the legend.
Behind the Colts, yes.
Well, speaking of Miss Carly. Miss Girl herself, let's get into the Colts and the Falcons
right.
game.
Okay. So their game happened in Berlin.
Berlin, Germany. Mm-hmm. I don't know what that accent was.
That was a little FIFA.
We're just going to go with it.
FIFA vibes. Okay.
It's fine.
As we just said, the vibe around the Colts is that they're Little Miss Unstoppable.
Yeah.
Remember Little Miss Sunshine?
They're
and
that
all her
bitch.
friends? Yeah,
Mhm.
that bitch. So after winning against the Falcons 31-25.
Overtime.
Overtime. You'll tell me about that, right?
Oh, I will.
Hang on.
Okay. Sorry.
The Colts record is now 8-2.
Yep.
And they lead the AFC
Yep. The AFC.
period.
Period. They
Period.
lead the entire AFC.
Ooh, I also realized it was Sauce Gardner's first game with the Colts. Did he deliver it all? Was he like...
There was one play where he did get beat pretty badly, and people were like, "Ooh." But you know what? Overall, he won the game. So, like,
Right.
hello.
Right, he's on the team.
Winner,
so.
winner, chicken dinner. He was very excited to win. He was like, that was the most electric locker room because it was his first win because he didn't play in the game that the Jets beat the Bengals in.
Oh, God.
So, he
It must
emphasized that.
have felt good to win, of course. Yeah. What a change of scenery.
I also think this is the first player, I think I heard this correctly, to play in like essentially 3 countries this year because the Jets played in London. Then he has played in the U.S., obviously, and now he played in Berlin. And so like that
Mr.
rarely happens.
Worldwide
Mr. Worldwide.
of the
Mr.
NFL,
305.
literally.
Yes. Mhm. Okay. So yeah, they're on their bye this week, which is kind of perfect because they're riding high, 8-2, overtime game. They got the job done. So this was the first ever game in Germany, and they did not, or in Berlin, they did not disappoint. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Jonathan Taylor needs to be the MVP. I don't give 2 shits that it has notoriously gone to a quarterback in the previous years. This man is unstoppable. He's going to eclipse 2,000 yards this season. I know it. He is unbelievable. So he ran for 244 yards this game, 3 touchdowns.
Wow.
3. Not 1, not 2, but 3. One of them was an 83-yard run, which was the longest.
That sounds really long.
That is almost a football field.
Yeah.
It was the longest run of the season. He's leading the NFL with 1,139 rush yards and 15 rushing touchdowns. That is disgustingly good. And ESPN has him projected to finish the season with 1,936 rush yards. I know that man will be like, over my dead body, I will break 2K.
Oh my God.
So
I am
crushing.
pro the MVP not being a quarterback.
Yeah.
They get the love all the time.
Also, yeah, and like, unless it is like very apparent, like this guy put the team on his motherfucking back and like did the whole damn offense for this group, then sure, give it to him. But also, there's also Offensive Player of the Year, so like, why couldn't that go to the quarterback, you know?
It's true. Switch it up, guys.
Just a thought. Just a thought. Okay. So overall, the Colts were down to the Falcons 25-22 with a minute 44 left. And I was watching this like pregame because they have it up on the big screens sometimes pregame. And I was like, oh shit, it's over. They're going to lose. And I was wrong.
I love when that happens. I love when you're wrong.
Me too. 25 seconds left. The Colts made a 44-yard field goal and they tied it up. The Colts defense then was able to hold off the Falcons. Game goes into OT. Apparently there was a little botching of the coin flip and like who was allowed to call it. Originally, the Colts called it, and then they were like, oh, shoot, the Falcons actually have to call it, so whatever. But the Falcons got the ball first. They ran 5 plays. I think they got -8 yards, so not great offense from them. They ended up having to punt, and then the Colts got the ball. Jonathan Taylor, boom, ran it into the end zone for his little 8-yard scamper. I love when they call it a scamper. I'm like,
sounds like a
that grown-ass man who's like 250 pounds did not scamper, but okay. And you know what? It wasn't the prettiest game by the Colts. Danny Dimes did have 1 interception. He did fumble 3 times, and he was sacked 7 times.
That's a lot.
Yes, I will say the Falcons' defense is very good. So, just not for nothing. But you know what? The difference between good teams and great teams, the great teams figure out a way to win even when they're not playing their best. So I think the Colts are...
Also, win's a win. Doesn't really matter how it happened.
Yeah, sorry. Win's a win. So anyways, it was crazy. I am so here for it. And
do you like watching the Colts?
Yes.
Are you surprised to hear yourself say this?
Yeah, because I think they were just slept on big time, like in the beginning of the season. I don't think anyone could have predicted how dominant they've been. Like, Danny Dimes was obviously very good last year, but like I think a lot of people kind of thought maybe that was a little coincidental. Maybe it was the like just the offense that he was in. Maybe it was the coach, and now they're like, oh, he's good. He's just not on the Giants. Sorry. So yeah, but also I did see that. So obviously the whole team goes over to Germany. Carly, Irsay Gordon, who we were talking about, bought an entire bar around a drink. She was like, hey, this round's on me.
Casual.
I was like, she's so cool.
I know.
Like,
and I was
I'm
also
just like
imagine, I can't even imagine being a fan and like seeing the owner just in the wild in fucking Germany. Like in general, but especially like we decided to travel here. We bought airfare. We bought the international tickets.
Well, usually,
and now you're telling me it's like a VIP meet and greet in the bar.
Yeah, and also like she's buying you a drink. Kind of sick. But you know what else I couldn't believe? That you thought Daniel Jones was wearing lipstick. Explain yourself right now.
Well, okay. So he busted his lip when he slid into the bench. I didn't see that.
No. Yeah, give me your perspective.
Just like
pull
out
up
of
your
context,
phone.
I'm on my phone Sunday and I see a picture of him and it literally looks like he's wearing lipstick. It's like overdrawn on his lips. He looks like he could be in drag. He looked like the ugly stepsister from Shrek. Insert photo here. You know, like
he kind of looked like the Joker. Like the Joker lipstick.
Not even that. It's just like it was so bright red that it looked like my mom's red lipstick.
But so your first thought was, oh my God, he's serving.
I don't, because of the way it was drawn over his lips. It's not because if it was just under his lip, like down here, I probably wouldn't have thought that. But it was fully drawn over. It looked intentional.
Yeah.
And I was like, give me this goddamn swatch. I need that color.
Yeah.
In my rotation.
God, that really killed me.
And you know what? It would have been really sick if he did.
Yeah, I just don't think that. Go ahead.
No, it was so funny too because Saturday night into Sunday, I was watching Billy Madison, and when Steve Buscemi like draws on the red lipstick on himself for some reason, somebody memed that with Daniel Jones, and I was like, oh my God, how funny timing!
Perfect. Yeah, that was really brave of you to call yourself out like that on your story.
I will call myself out any day of the week.
I know,
you know
that's
that
why
about
I love
me.
you. That's why I love you. That was fucking hilarious.
Okay, let's move on.
Yes.
So to the other blue team.
The other blue team. Go blue team.
Navy blue. So MVP to maybe be. Yeah, I wrote that.
Okay, bars.
MVP to maybe be Drake.
Okay,
Drake
bars.
Drake may be the MVP.
Ooh.
Right?
Yep.
So he led the Patriots to their 7th consecutive win against the Bucs.
They're rolling.
Yeah, but it seemed like they kind of had to fight to get there. The Bucs defense, from what I read.
From my
readings,
yes.
You know, their defense was playing pretty strongly.
Yes.
They're cemented also this doesn't make any sense. Did I write this? The Patriots are cemented at the top of the AFC East with their 8-2 record.
Yeah.
East.
So there's 2 conferences. AFC, NFC, and then within each conference, there's 4 divisions.
But what about with
NFC, North, West, East, South, and then AFC, North, West, East, South. So you can be in the same conference and be atop your division, but not leading the entire conference. The Colts are so good that they're leading the entire conference.
Right. The whole thing.
The Patriots are also doing very well. They're atop the AFC East.
I thought you said Weast.
AFC Weast.
Okay.
So, yes, the Bucs defense is very strong. Honestly, the Bucs offense is also very strong, and they're riddled with injury. So, like, the fact that they keep showing up, it's like, okay, you guys are very impressive.
Right.
I will.
You shouldn't be here, but you are.
Yeah, never count them out. But the Pats have something going. You know, like, they have been, like you said, 7th consecutive game, and they're just, like, rolling really well. I will say, rookie running back for New England, Travion Henderson, kind of like Hendershot. A lot of people say Henderson to me. He ran for 147 yards and 2 really long touchdowns. The first touchdown was in the third quarter. It was a 55-yarder. And then in the fourth quarter, he had a 69-yard rushing touchdown. This was with 1 minute and 31 seconds to go. And the awareness from this rookie, I loved it. He was sprinting full steam ahead down the field. And he literally looks at the sideline, like the Pats sideline, and is like, can I go? Gets the okay, and then gets into the end zone. Like, hilarious.
That is a super fast interaction, too, because he's running at full speed. How
and
did
I'm
this
like,
coach
how
even
did you
make eye
lock
contact?
eyes with the right person?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, but also my dummy question.
No dummy.
So I was like, why would he check with the coach? Like, wouldn't it be obvious you want to score a touchdown?
Well, yes, but also there is a little strategy involved when there's just when there's just 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Like, you don't want to always give that much time back to the other team to then proceed to go down the field, the whole thing. So sometimes they're like, no, try to run out the clock a little bit and then score later on. But they were like, fuck it, we ball. So he balled.
He did.
Also, Stephon Diggs had a wild touchdown in the second quarter. He was able to tap both toes in, like literally the very edge corner of the end zone. Cardi B was loving it on social media.
Going ape.
She
on
went
her Instagram story. I wish that we could like insert the audio here. I think we cannot for copyright purposes. But she was sounding like a mix of like Lisa and Marge Simpson. I swear to God. She was like, yeah.
It was like every octave possible.
It was up and down, expletive filled. She was proud of her man.
Oh, yeah.
And watching from the comforts of her own home.
As she should. She is very pregnant.
Yep.
So yeah, it was crazy, but loved it. Also, it wasn't really like Baker being bad. It was just like, he completed 28 of 43 passes for 273 yards and 3 touchdowns. So, like, it was good, just wasn't good enough.
Yes.
You know? Unfortunato. Okay, now for the absolute shock of the century.
Cinch. No, that wasn't it either.
You're done. Josh Allen and the Bills lost to the goddamn Dolphins.
Yeah, even I know they weren't supposed to do that.
Well, guess what? My mom was like, what? Who should I pick for my survivor pool? And I was like, Mom, obviously pick the Bills. Like,
yeah.
They're going to steamroll the Dolphins. She has excommunicated me from the family. I am no longer her daughter.
Yeah,
but no one saw this coming. I tried to plead my case. She did not want to hear it.
Right.
Yeah. So
what happened?
I will just say that this game was a testament to this season, how you literally never know who is going to win on Sunday. I've never felt this way so strongly each and every week, where I'm like, it quite literally is anybody's ball game. 1 week they show up, 1 week they shit the bed. For every team, not just the Bills. I'm saying, like, every team does this. I'm like, what the fuck? The only team that I know is probably going to win is probably the Colts. Or the team that's on a bye because they're not playing. So
how does that feel? Like, as a football fan?
It makes me feel like I don't know football.
Right? Isn't
I'm
that
like,
weird?
Stop gaslighting me, NFL.
You know, for people like me, it's a good time to get into football.
Yeah, you're like, I can't be wrong.
It's okay, right?
Yeah, no, exactly. So I will say it's going to be very hard to win a game when you kind of give it away as much as the Bills did. I will say that the Dolphins defense had 3 takeaways and 3 sacks. So Josh Allen, like, not that he was playing poorly, but it just like wasn't clicking for the offense. So yeah, not great. And Tua Tagovailoa, I thought this was hilarious, had only beaten the Bills once in his career before Sunday, and some of the Dolphins players had never beaten the Bills. Like, that's how dominant the Bills have been in the AFC East, and now it's all of a sudden like, Patriots who?
Whoa.
It's like Tom Brady who? Also, I saw a really funny meme that was like, you know how Tom Brady cloned his dog? They were like, you know, Tom Brady also donated some of his genes 23 years ago. This is a lie, by the way. 23 years ago to like for science. And they were like, you know who else is 23 years old? Drake May. And I was like,
The internet is so dumb.
People are so funny. So the Dolphins defense played very well and the Bills offense played very poorly. So now the Bills are in the 6th place in the AFC division. So not great. They're second in the AFC East, but like they're still going to have to essentially like they're going to be vying for a wild card spot.
There you go.
Thank you.
They have to keep winning.
They got to get their shit together.
Right.
No offense, but sometimes you need a little kick in the ass.
And you're going to get it from Caroline.
Maybe this is it, you know? Okay. 2 quick, in case you missed it, via the football world. Giants, so sorry, but you lost your mans.
How is Scott doing? Is he okay? Is he happy about this?
A lot of mixed emotions in the Kepler household. Brian Dable, he's outie. He was fired on Monday. The team had a record of 2-8 for the 3rd consecutive season when he was fired. Tough. Also, I just think that the game in which they absolutely got not bulldozed, that's not the right word because they were in it.
Okay.
Everything went wrong.
Yeah.
Jackson Dart, he got a concussion. It's just like everything kind of just snowballed and it was like, okay, we gotta say goodbye.
Gotta go.
Yeah. So unfortunate. But
Okay.
you know what? Sometimes that has to happen. And I do feel a little bad because, like, he did lose 2 of his best players, Cam Scadaboo, Malik Neighbors. Like, it's always going to be like a maybe what could have been.
Right.
Because he had a really good connection with Jackson Dart, and that's important, their quarterback. But we'll see. Maybe they bring in someone who's even better. And then finally, the last one, Joe Burrow. The bitch is back. Well, not fully, but he's coming back. So the Bengals opened up his 21-day practice window. So that essentially means that he has been on IR with his turf toe injury since week 2. IR, you have to miss a minimum of 4 games. So now once that 21-day practice window gets opened, if you do not return to the active roster by the end of those 21 days, you're on season-ending IR. Yeah, you're done for the season. The NFL says goodbye. Yeah, so you have to be very strategic when you open the window. So like he has to be very close to returning on the actual field, not just the practice field.
Well, the streets are saying he might be back for Thanksgiving.
That would be juicy. Yeah. And he was quoted saying like everything is still in front of them because of their division. Like he was like the Steelers are 5-4. Like, you know, like we have a chance to kind of rally ourselves. And I was like, not with that defense, you don't. I hate to break it to you.
I'm just getting sad for old man Joe Flacco in the midst of all this. I love him.
I know.
You know, let you go.
I know.
For the other Joe Schmo.
A lot of Joe
whose last name is Burrow.
Yeah. Wow, you're really dropping
I'm a rhymer
bars today.
It's all the haiku writing I've been doing.
But did you I was also asked, what is IR? IR is injured reserve. So like when you get injured, like worse enough to miss significant amount of time, they take you off of the active roster and they put you on injured reserve or injury reserve so that they can add someone else to their 53-man roster so that it doesn't mess with like you can still have the advantage of having 53 players that are fully healthy. It's a lot of chess and like, holy shit.
It's just like moving things around. Like
it's a lot of Queen's gambiting. But yeah, so Joe, I heard through the grapevine, and by the grapevine, I mean the Etsy witches, there was someone who hired an Etsy witch to heal Joe Burrow.
Well, I thought Joe Burrow might have healed himself.
What do you mean?
Because he has the crystals.
Oh, yes.
He has his own collection of crystals.
Yes.
And he was asked if the crystals had anything to do with him healing. And he's like, doesn't everybody have crystals?
No, Joe.
No.
I don't.
No, sweetheart.
Also, how do crystals even work? I don't even know the first thing.
He was like, I don't. He literally was like, I got some crystals. I mean, I can't imagine they did, but I guess you never know. And it's like, he doesn't even have faith in these goddamn crystals.
Or he does, and he's actually, he's a witch. Her sister was a witch.
That's some deep
That's crazy. Maybe he actually has been a witch this whole time.
He can't tell anyone.
Exactly. And he knows how crystals work, but he doesn't want to be like labeled as that guy.
Right. He's already been labeled that guy for so many other reasons.
I know, but he doesn't want to play into it, you know?
He can't be the witch publicly. Right. This needs to stay under wraps.
Holy shit. And maybe they would like try to burn him at the stake if they did find out he was a
Salem witch trials, Joe Burrow is up there.
Joe Burrow witch trials.
Oh my God. Save yourself, Joe. Save yourself.
Joe, Don't tell anyone. Your secret's safe with us and all of our thousands of listeners. Yeah, okay. But the person who saw the photo of the crystals he shared in early October said that they interviewed a healer who said that it looks like his crystal grid is arranged in a way that balances the 7 chakras. Some patterns are based on sacred geometry or personal experience. When doing it, an intention is set. In this case, it would be to heal his toe. And I'm like, be so for real.
That's the reach.
Yeah, so
that's the reach.
So we'll see. But yeah, that's the tea in the NFL. Okay, college football. I'm going to give you a quick ass rundown of just what you need to know that's going on.
Perfect.
Okay. I think we saw the catch of the year. It was fucking crazy town, USA, population, Indiana. Indiana and Penn State. Indiana was losing. Indiana's undefeated. It was like, holy shit, they're going to lose to Penn State. Penn State has been Garbaggio.
No coach, right?
Yeah.
Well, no
ever since their coach has been fired. But Fernando Mendoza, honestly, he says the word fantastic more than anyone I know. It's hilarious. He was insane. He threw this incredible pass to Omar Cooper in the back of the end zone. And it looks like Cooper doesn't get it because in college, you have to have one toe down. In the pros, you have to have both toes down.
2 toes.
Yep, 2 toes. 2 toes, Tony. I don't know who that is. I just said it. The way that he had the body awareness that he did to tap his fucking toe down while like fully out catching this ball, it was the craziest thing ever. We'll link it in the show notes.
Yeah.
Everyone who was on the call, like on the broadcast call, was like, I don't think they got it. You see the replay and you're like, holy shit, he got it. It was crazy. It was iconic. So he is him, Fernando Mendoza. He is that bitch. And then the second thing, this was iconic. So these 2 children are getting married.
Because that's what they are.
At Ole Miss, this male student is proposing to like this female student. And I'm like, first of all, children. Okay.
Yes.
But pop off. So he tricked his girlfriend. He was essentially going to like fake do a field goal kick challenge. Didn't do it. Pulled her up, got down on one knee, proposes to her. She says yes. She starts crying, obviously. She's like, I'm a child bride, just like Caroline Hendershot.
Exact words.
And then, so they're like posing for, I think the camera for the stadium comes on them, but also like a photographer. And guess who just decides to pop in for a little quick moment with the newlyweds? Well, not officially newlyweds, but the newly engaged couple. Lane Kiffin, the head coach of Ole Miss. He's like... Like such a dad moment.
He had no, I feel like he barely
like,
knew what was going on. He didn't care who they were.
No,
he
just
was
like,
hopping in no matter what.
I was like, sir, aren't you supposed to be locked in? Like, be for real.
He's like, I'm just here for fun.
He was like, I'm just here. I just hope everyone has a good time. So yeah, that was kind of iconic. And those were the 2 takeaways from college football this week.
Cody, catch of the year, and Lane Kiffin being a dad.
I believe his name is Cooper, but same thing.
Well, Lane, whatever.
Yeah.
You get that.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, moving on. So the NWSL semifinals are underway after a really exciting weekend in women's soccer. I personally was at the Gotham FC watch party in New York City. It was extremely lit.
Seemed crazy.
I was shocked. I showed up at like 12. I mean, I showed up pretty late. It was like 12:30 around kickoff. The entire bar was packed. I didn't sit for 2 hours because it was like a full 90-minute game. Then we had to go like double overtime.
Yeah.
Gotham won.
Yeah.
They beat the best team in the league.
Big slay.
People were saying it couldn't happen. It was crazy.
It seemed from your stories that I saw, it seemed wild. So the league will advance to the semifinals this Sunday. Everyone lock in. The Washington Spirit will take on the Portland Thorns at 12 p.m. and the Orlando Pride will take on Gotham FC at 3 p.m. Eastern. After that, the championships will take place on November 22nd. And guess what I heard?
Wait, what?
2 really cool bitches are going to be there.
Wait. I think you heard that really cool, pretty, smart, funny bitches will be at the WNBA NWSL Championship.
Yes, that's exactly what I heard.
Wait, you heard that?
Yeah. You know why?
Why?
Because it's us.
We're going.
We're going to be there. So we will be doing a live podcast from the NWSL Championships.
They're taking place in San Jose, if you don't know.
If you're a California gal, guy, whoever you want, if you're a listener, come meet us.
Yeah.
They say don't meet your heroes, but they haven't met us.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, we're also no one's heroes. That's the important distinction.
Blake's my hero, which is really messed up that I'm not hers in return, but okay. Guess we see where the cards
you guys
stand.
are my heroes. Oh, I love you so much. So come see us at FanFest. We'll be doing our live podcast recording. We'll probably have a little fun guest for you.
And speaking of guests, we got to chat with Jaedyn Shaw of Gotham FC about her incredible incredible plays from the weekend and catch up with her about her career. So welcome Jaedyn to the show right now.
So you initiated your own move to Gotham when North Carolina didn't quite work out. I'm curious what gave you the confidence to take control of your own career and feel the agency to do so and just feel ready to make that decision?
Yeah, I think it kind of was a roller coaster of emotions because originally when the deal came about, I wasn't really sure if I was ready to make a move. I had just gotten to the courage and I didn't want to seem like I was going to move every time something got hard. And that was something that I made very clear with both sides, I feel like, with the Courage staff and also with the Gotham staff. So I took this deal very seriously and I was I want to make sure that for my future for the coming years, I want to make sure that this lines up with what I want to see in my future for my career. I would say the decision was very weird for me to process at first. I feel I wasn't really sure what difference it was going to make. There was only 8 games left in the season. I feel it was just I wasn't really sure if this was a step that I was supposed to take. But I think after having conversations with the coaching staff at Gotham and just honestly reflecting on what the year looked like for me, talking with the national team coaches, just seeing what they want out of me as a player and as an individual, where they want to see me grow, I think that really lined up with what Gotham had for me. And I think the biggest thing is they showed so much investment in me. Obviously the number speaks for itself, but I'm just honestly so grateful that they wanted to invest in me at that point in my career because it was not a high. I was not playing well. I was not, playing as much as I thought I would, time-wise. I wasn't scoring a whole lot. It was just a year that I just kind of was trying to find my way through and learn as much as I could through that year and in the environment. So I think for them to come in and see my potential, see me for who I am and not expect me to just turn into some robot that they just is going to come in and just be the ultimate player, I think was very freeing for me. And even coming in, they already had a development plan for me individually and within the team structure. They, knew exactly where I was going to sit as far as positionally, where they want to see me impacting this team. And I think coming in, even talking to, some of the players before I even made the decision, it was just you can tell that the energy here was so bright and forward thinking, future thinking. And ultimately I felt very at peace with making this decision. I mean, I prayed about it a lot and, I just felt this was an opportunity that God was setting in front of me and in the door that he was opening for me. And all I had to do was walk through it. So yeah, I'm really grateful for the staff, for Yael, for Juan, the whole team, for, just making me feel really at peace about making that decision to come here. And ultimately I haven't looked back. So it's working out. And with the extension and everything, I just feel very grateful to be here and a part of this club.
Yeah, congrats on the extension. I know that news just came a couple days ago.
Very exciting. I mean, okay, so change is scary always, no matter what change it is. I feel at least for me it is. But fast forward to this past weekend, you're on the Gotham team for essentially 2 months and you're a part of both of the goals, massive plays. You're making it look easy out there. Was it for you just a moment that happened within the past 2 months where you were okay, the chemistry's there, I feel I'm gelled? Or was it from day one? What was that moment for you where you were okay, I feel perfect in this transition?
Honestly, I think from day one, I think a lot of things were already clicking, and this team is such an intelligent team, so it's very easy to make changes within it. And I think just having conversations with players, doing clips with the staff, getting the information that I need before the weekend just helps make my job so much easier on the field. And I think, like I said, playing with such smart players, it's easy to even make those changes amongst ourselves and problem solve amongst ourselves within games and figure out what it is that we need as a team and as players out there on the field. And so it's honestly made my transition like so much easier. And even this past game, like it's hard not to talk about for us because it meant so much to all of us to come out of that game with a win. Like you can just see with the reactions of everyone after that second goal, like we have like worked so hard to like make it to this point. And like even me coming in, like I can just feel like these are like truly like my sisters. Like I feel so close with like all of them, and like it just feels like honestly like the right move. Like I love being here, and like being on the field has been like so much fun. I feel like with every game I'm building in confidence, with every game I'm building in comfortability, like wanting to take more risks, like seeing the opportunities that I can, help my teammates like score or like vice versa. I think just like anything that I can do to impact the game is like, I'm going to do it for this team. And I am like grateful to be in a position to do that.
It was clearly the right move because you just made those plays happen. You guys worked so well as a team. And going into that game, people were not expecting you and Gotham to pull it off, honestly, because Casey Curran, their record was crazy. And after winning, you had said, underdog my ass. And I'm just curious, like, what about that narrative was so bothersome to you that you like wanted to call it out after you guys won? And you're like, look what we've done. What was it that was just like grinding your gears about that?
Iconic.
I mean, like, if you look at our roster, we're not an underdog. Like, it's actually like, it was really frustrating getting those questions before the game, like, oh, how does it feel to be an underdog, being 8th seed? Like, I'm like, we put ourselves there. We made the mistakes to, like, be in 8th place. Otherwise, we would have been up there having a home game. Like, that's not something that we are proud of. However, we are not an underdog, and that's something that, like, we as a team were very passionate about. And, like, we didn't even think about it until people started saying it to us. And we were like, who is the underdog? Like, don't get me wrong. I think Kansas City had an incredible season and like a like historical season, and nobody can take that away from them. But like we knew going into that game that we were going to have to step up to the plate, and we hadn't in the past games. And that was something that we really had to focus on going into that game. And like it showed up. And we all showed up, and that's like something that you also can't take away from us. Like, we're not an underdog. We showed up as who we were while also still missing players. And that's like point blank. Like, we won fair and square. I think Kansas City had an historical, season, and I think that they're going to continue to. However, when it counts, like, we won. So we move on.
Yeah.
Period.
Okay,
but like, in moments like that where, everyone's calling you the underdog, how do you personally not let moments get too big? And like, I know there can be a little bit when you're hearing the media talk and it just kind of it gets loud, all that outside noise. How do you just lock in and be like, okay, I'm going to keep it composed? And your whole team really did that this past game.
It's like so funny to think about because we were actually just talking about this today while we were sitting in the sauna. It's just like you could tell that like we have such a roster with such high level players because the locker room was almost more quiet than like typical because everybody was locked in. Everybody was intense. Everybody was doing what they need to do to make sure they were ready to show up on the front foot from the first whistle. And so you could just tell, like, you can be in the locker room and know, like, oh, they're about to pop off today. Like, I remember, like, texting a family member like the night before, and I'm like, oh, I just decided that I'm gonna ball out tomorrow. Like I just felt it in my bones that like I think I might ball out tomorrow. Like I'm pretty sure.
Y'all mind if I just ball out real quick?
You're like hold my beer. I'll be right back.
Hold my poodle. Like I'm about to ball out tomorrow. So yeah, I honestly feel like we all had that sort of like realization in ourselves, and like throughout the entire week we were like, yeah, we got it because we knew, along with the media, like along with, other teams, whatever people are saying, like they saw us as an underdog. We were like, cool, bet.
Yeah. I love it. It's like, okay, good. Count me out. I don't need it. Okay, good. All it is extra motivation, baby. Like, ugh.
Okay. I want to know, what is more nerve-wracking, an Olympic gold medal game or PKs in an NWSL championship? What do you think would be more nerve-wracking?
Oof. Honestly, the Olympics. Like, I was like being in that game, like on the bench, mind you. Was not what, like, I was like, oh my gosh, like, gold medal on the line. However, I do think NWSL penalties are like, you have no idea what's going to happen. Like, I was actually thinking about that in the Kansas City game. I was like, my toes are frozen, so I'm not sure how this is going to go. So I'm glad Katie scored. But yeah, I would have to go with Olympics for sure.
I mean, that's fair. I feel like, especially when you're on the bench, it's like, okay, I can't control anything that's happening. So, like, it's almost more nerve-wracking when you're on the sideline.
You're just absorbed.
I need to stay warm. Like, I have to come into this game. Like, I'm not setting no tempo. Like,
Totally. Yeah. Okay. This one, picture this. You're in the NWSL championships. You're about to score a goal. What celebrity do you want in the stands watching you in this big moment?
That's insane. That's like, I don't even know where to begin.
Yeah, you're like, how do I pick one? I want them all there.
Yeah.
Okay, you could give me two if you're feeling like
saucy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give like, oh my goodness. Like, what?
I know. Sorry. Hard question.
Stumped.
I feel like we had, side note, I feel like we had a fire one at one of our home games. I forget her actual like real life name, but from Scandal, she's the first lady. Well, Mrs. President.
Oh yes. Yeah. Okay, I also forget her first name, but I know exactly who you're talking about.
Okay, but Scandal, if I had to pick one, show. Maybe like, oh my goodness. Like, this is like not even fair. Like, maybe like like LeBron James or something. I don't know, or like Serena.
That's a good one.
Like, no, that's a good one. Corny. Okay, no, I need to actually lock in. Okay, like Drake, I don't know. Like,
okay, that would be a good one too.
Yeah.
No,
Drake or LeBron. Okay, boom, done. Mic drop. Done. Amazing. I mean, that would be pretty
sorry
iconic.
We made you sweat. I did not need to spike your heart rate.
I know.
Blood pressure like this.
You already had your workout today. Yeah, we're not trying to be a distraction.
Come on, you guys.
Jaedyn, thank you so much. You are a rock star. We can't wait to continue to watch you crush it. You're the best. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you guys for having me.
All right, it's time for our segment, girl.
It's time for our favorite segment.
I hated that. No, stop it.
Okay.
You go first.
All right, let's start with Klay Thompson being the greenest flag of all the flags.
I love this man.
I do too. And
he's
like
so
truly before Meg the Stallion, I didn't know who he was.
I knew who he was. I did not know him in this way.
We didn't know how green of a flag he was.
She has shown us a completely different side of Mr. Thompson, and I'm a big fan of his.
Yeah, that's the beauty of women.
You know me. I will actually root for an athlete 10 times more if they are an obsessed cutie patootie with their girlfriend, wife, fiance, whatever. I root for you a million times harder. You go on my Mount Rushmore, actually.
And he is a cutie patootie who roots for his woman. So let me explain. Meg the Stallion posted on her Instagram that Klay picked her up from the airport. First of all, he came with roses. He came strapped with a bouquet of roses.
As you should.
Only way to be greeted at the airport.
If you are an LDR, you better come locked and loaded to that pickup.
He was loaded. Not only that, he then scooped her from the airport. What car was he in? It wasn't a Lamborghini. Not a Maserati, a Toyota.
Humble king.
Because he cares about fuel efficiency.
Yeah, he does.
Just like us.
Cares about this planet.
Humble, modest king. Makes $16 million a year, by the way.
I love that.
And he chooses to drive a Toyota. Perhaps it's the most modded out Toyota, but it's still a Toyota.
Perhaps it's the safest car. So he cares about his safety.
And her safety.
And his queen's safety.
The one funny thing, though, is like she was in the back seat. It was giving like Uber, but maybe it was because he did say in the video, he was like, I'm sorry, I'm late, babe. There's no excuse. I thought I timed it right. So maybe he's in the doghouse. She's like, you don't get to like put your hand on my thigh while you drive in your Toyota.
Love it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also says something about Meg that she doesn't care that he drives a Toyota. You know what I mean? Like that's really nice. She's just like, I don't care what car you drive.
She's like, I love you for you.
Yeah.
Didn't they buy a house together recently?
They like held up a keys, right? And like a heart maybe.
How long have they been dating?
Like less than a year, I think.
That's tea. But
love at least that the public knows.
Right.
So shout out to our greenest flag, Klay Thompson. You have made your way onto the Mount Rushmore of perfect habs.
Of well played. Okay, I'm going to go next. We have got to talk about the crossover of girl dads, but this was fucking crazy. Okay. So Joe Bros and Jason Kelce. Sorry, Jonas Brothers, Joe Bros. If you don't know them by Joe Bros, come on now.
Now you do.
But the Joe Burrows were on Good Morning America. And Good Morning America was like, we have someone here to talk to you. And it's just like Jason Kelce pops up. And I'm like, what are you doing here? Jason, what are you doing? So they were like, a fellow girl dad. And I'm like, okay, but again, what's he doing here?
Right.
Like the math isn't mathing, but okay, sure. So Jason and the Joe Burrows met on a recent taping of this show, but Jason got to ask them what it's been like working together, like with your brother for decades. And I'm like, okay, interesting. Like we're taking the brother angle. But the biggest T here that I don't think anyone, the elephant in the room, Joe Jonas dated Taylor Swift and broke up with her on like a 30-second phone call.
Wait, really?
Are we not remembering the history?
When did they date?
Way back when.
Like, it must have been a PR relationship.
No!
I believe it was.
Love is love.
No.
Wow, you're such a hater. You don't believe in true love.
No, I don't.
Well, anyways.
Madison Beer and Justin Herbert, the Wives of NFL subreddit, is going apeshit over them because they're like, this is a PR relationship. She has never been relevant, and she still is not relevant. Why do they choose Justin Herbert as her boyfriend? Like, he's not that popular.
Why did she choose Justin Herbert as her boyfriend? Why did he choose her?
That's true.
He's the 6-foot athlete that's like living in Southern California. Are you kidding? Hello? He's
so not
the
PR.
catch.
Anyway, back to the Joe Bros.
Anyways, I just thought that's kind of tea to have your brother interviewing your fiance's ex-boyfriend.
Right. I'm putting like the pieces together.
Jason
was over
Kelce-
10 years ago.
Jason Kelce truly is just like the interviewer of our generation.
He's just everywhere.
How does he keep finding himself in these situations?
I don't know.
He's probably like,
He's also like,
hello,
debating-
GMA? Sure.
He was debating whether he should do girl dad or brother question.
Yeah.
I kind of do wish he went girl dad question. Because I almost said Jonas brother. Jonas brothers,
Yeah.
Kevin and Joe are girl dads, plus George Stephanopoulos, who's on the recording.
Yes, of course. And Nick.
Nick has a baby.
Yeah. I know.
Oops.
So anyways.
Wait, sorry. One more thing.
Yeah.
Joe Jonas. I don't care if he's a girl dad. He's on my shit list. Not only because what he did to Taylor, but because I took Sophie Turner's side in the divorce.
I blindly took her side too. I didn't even like know any of the details, but I was
Right.
like, yeah, I'm standing with the Queen of the North.
Yes. As
Hello?
we should.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on.
Next up, we got to talk about Dua Lipa, or should I say Dua Lipeep.
Can we just real quick, where did that nickname come from?
Oh my God. Okay. It's from Wendy Williams. It's like
Icon.
every time a Wendy Williams compilation comes up on my TikTok,
have to watch it.
I sit through the entire thing, even though it's like the same 10 clips.
I know, I love it
And so
though.
she's like, Dua Lipeep. And then it's always followed by like, what was that?
James?
Yes, and it's like a scary face.
Yep.
I don't know. We're
Yeah.
going to link that in the show notes. But basically,
Sorry.
Dua Lipeep was recently at the Boca Juniors and River Plate game at La Bombonera in Argentina. So she was at the game on Sunday wearing a Boca Juniors jersey and actually also received a custom kit, and her team won.
So was she in Argentina because she's touring?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's like her South America leg of the Radical Optimism tour.
I was just wondering if she was just literally such a diehard fan that she was in Argentina for the game.
She just happened to be in town.
You know what you did try to convince me of earlier today? That Dua Lipa and Caleb, whatever his last name is. Callum Turner.
enough.
I'm really bad with names. Callum Turner met on a plane because they were reading the same book. Let me finish. And I was like, that's so interesting. Since when does this bitch not fly private? I'm like, hello?
Well, first of all, missed opportunity for...
They didn't, by the way.
I know.
Falsehood. Blake literally was just lying to my face.
If we're going to solve the climate crisis, maybe we should start with celebrities and they should like charter planes together.
I could get behind
a plane
that.
of only celebrities.
They could not, but
Right.
I could get
we
behind
could get behind that.
Yeah.
Side note, they did meet reading, because you know Dua Lipeep. Sorry, it's like a tick now. She is a big reader. So hot girls watch sports and they read books.
Love that for her.
So she has a...
I can also attest.
Right. Me too. She has a monthly book club. It's called like Service 95. I don't know why it's called that, but she has a book club and she gives out these monthly
Wait,
reads.
I need to know her recs.
Oh my God. I've read a fifth of the list already. So I'm like, oh my God, we're very aligned with our
Are they
reading
fiction?
styles. Yes.
Cool.
And they're all like, she has a very diverse list.
Okay.
And so
I'm big on Reese's book club. Reese
never checked that
Witherspoon.
out.
She has some good recs too. But you know what? I'll get behind Dua
Let
Lipa.
me finish the story about Callum because I want to correct myself and give you the facts, which is that they met at a Los Angeles restaurant over a drink before a mutual friend's birthday party. And he had said, oh, I just finished reading Trust by Hernan Diaz. I finished the first chapter. And she's like, oh, I just finished the first chapter.
Whoa.
Sorry, he's also British. I should have done it for him.
Yeah.
And then he was like, well, I guess we're on the same page then.
Wait, slay.
I know. Now they're engaged.
I would have fallen head over heels for
I
that
know.
one.
I have that book on my nightstand right now. I'm going to read it
And
soon.
you were like, Callum, where are you?
Yeah, where's my I have my Callum. He's just
Yeah, you do.
under 6 feet tall and Japanese.
Same difference. Okay, final sentence. Serena and Venus Williams, they have their podcast in case no one knew that. It's called Stockton Street. Their most recent guest was one of our fave wags and performers, Ciara. So they did a promo video where Ciara is showing them some like very light choreo, and you can clearly see just the difference in the knees.
The athletic differences. Because
Yeah.
Ciara is a performer. She's more of a dancer. She's probably got to do more leg stuff.
Flexibility,
so she can get down.
flexibility,
Hip flexibility, knee.
And you know, these two athletes were like, we did our time.
Well,
We're good.
it's Venus tapped out. She was like, my right knee is not working today. My right leg is not working today.
Just
she
the whole
acknowledged
leg.
it.
Yeah.
Serena, however,
She tried.
she was such little sister energy. She's like, no, I'm going to go for it. So she like goes for it. She kind of basically looks like she's like limboing.
Yeah.
And then she at one point realizes she cannot get up.
Correct.
Girl cannot get up. Diva
Yes.
down.
Yep.
And so she falls. She screams. She's just giving auntie at this point. It was so funny and so
I was
cute.
like, sometimes you just gotta know the limits.
Ciara also called her Rena.
Yeah, I was like, stop trying to make fetch happen, Ciara.
Was that a reach?
I think so. I've literally never heard anyone call.
Or maybe people in her intimate circle only call her that. I don't know.
That's mean because
We'll have to
then
find
Serena
out.
didn't tell me to
You
call
know,
her
we're
Rena.
bound to meet Ciara one of these days because she's so involved in sports.
I was Ciara or Serena?
Did I say Serena? I meant Ciara. I mean,
hope
we're
we meet
bound to meet
both.
all of them, but I feel like Ciara specifically. Remember, I sat next to her in the suite, the Gotham suite.
You're right. You were very close.
I don't know. And then we can ask her. We can get down to it.
Any day now, as long as I don't have to do any dance moves, I'm cool. What was your favorite sendit?
I think in my heart, like Klay Thompson. However, I did like our discourse about Dua Lipa's book club and being hot and reading books.
I think in my heart it was also Klay Thompson, but then just I loved bringing up the tea
the Joe
between
Bro.
the Joe Bros and Jason
Yeah.
Kelsey. I don't even know if Jason Kelsey probably even knew the tea.
No, of course not. He has no
Yeah.
idea what's going on.
Yeah, he was like, they dated? What?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, that's all we have, correct, Mundo?
This is our entire episode of Well Played.
And this is the end.
The end.
Okay, well, thanks for listening to Well Played, y'all.
The only podcast in a league of its own. We love you.
But ching. Love you, mean it. Bye.